Welcome back to Dwarf Fortress. I'm Dirg,
And I'm Dragoon.
and we are back inside of Whipped Mines this week, and finally back into the hot potato seat. We left off, I think, with Dragoon starting to set up some archery stuff, but as I was overlooking what we've got going on, I noticed that our drink is not keeping up anymore, so we should probably take care of that pretty quick.
All these thirsty freeloaders.
Yeah. Some people we keep bringing in for entertainment purposes. Just watching drunks.
Thriving bartery.
There you go. We do have the bees, and they are producing some honeycomb and royal jelly and whatnot. But we don't have any jugs, so why don't we first get the task set up for that. Want to go fancy with it or keep it stone?
Ooh, how fancy you thinking? You'll need a bunch.
Maybe we should just stay rock then.
Yeah. Maybe we'll convert to glass at some point.
It'd be nice if we actually had sand on the map.
Oh, I thought we found some. We might be right.
Just sandy loam, I think, or sandy clay.
Well, we'll see in the caverns. Lots of weird things happen in the caverns.
We can find sand down there?
Oh, yeah. In fact, in my other fort, the only sand collection zone I found was in the caverns. I built a grate over it to keep the moss from growing on it.
Interesting. Doesn't tell you what's underneath it. So how did you find out? Did you dig a hole or something?
I was attempting a project where I would clear a room in the caverns, multiple Z levels high, so that I could make something like real grand and open. And there are all these like stalactites on the ceiling that I didn't like. So I thought it'd be really smart if I went ahead and just dug over the top of them and had them all collapse. It didn't go great. But after all that ground collapsed down and I mined it out again, I was left with a couple different dirt panels, and some of them were sand.
Okay.
I don't think we need to go quite that extreme, but if we dig out some of the area down there, we might find a soil pocket.
That's not a bad idea. That'd be nice to get into glass.
Infinitely renewable resources.
Yeah.
Except for fuel. But I guess we have magma, so...
Yeah, we've got magma. Even more entertainers.
I feel like we're going to learn about the justice system really soon.
275 population. So we got the jugs going to start getting some mead. No, we need to get the jug filled with it before we can tackle that.
Yep.
Okay, and...
Oh, do we have a press set up anywhere?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's what you were clicking on. Yep.
Made me
They're slow.
question what it was I was opening.
You'll probably want to build like 2 more of them. They really nerfed them in this release. They want to push you into the mechanical arena. That's where the mechanical one is, but you'll want the... Yeah.
We got all these skulls and teeth all over the place that are filling up our places, so let's also get those turned into actual useful things.
It's turning into a hot topic really quick.
Yeah, it is. Put them on repeat. That'll use up all the skulls. And what was the other thing? Oh, we're decorating with the teeth.
And when are you releasing your new line of Jack Skellington shirts?
Skellington. Is it Skellington or is it Skeleton?
Oh, I think it was Skellington. It might not be. I haven't seen that movie in a very long time. We can fact check this. It is Skellington.
Oh.
I was having a real like Mandela effect moment. I was like, oh my God. Have I been mispronouncing this my entire life and no one has told me?
Uh-huh.
I just saw your friend the Wolverine Man.
Saw him too. I did a silent nod to him. Where's that water at? Is it much deeper? Can't be that deep.
No, I think you're just a little too far north, I think.
Disappeared. Find the Cavern Tavern. Locate straw. Go down from there.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
Okay. There we go.
I was panicking a little first too. I was like,
I'm just looking at this. Okay, so we want to put a pump here and dig out a channel to about here-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And just carve out the rest of this then, right?
I think so. And if you want to give, I actually found this out. You don't have to do this, but if you carve upward ramps, it will remove the layer above it too. So you can make a too tall area more easily that way. I don't think there's any reason to do it, but oh yeah, I'm sorry. That's why I was doing it, was to try and get mushroom trees. Thank you for reminding me.
Of course, it's what I'm here for. So we did dig upward ramp instead of regular digging?
Yep.
Yep. This to be actually high priority so that we can get going right away on taking care of that drink situation. About how big do you think? Just the whole area?
Yeah, I think that's probably good right there. Maybe square it off if you want.
Square. It's pretty square.
Yeah. Perfect. And then you'll need to build a wall. Just one south and one to the right of where you started mining on the right-hand side.
Got it.
Right there, yep.
Here and one here. Wait. One to the right.
Nope. So one down where your mouse is right now. Put a wall there.
Yeah.
Because the person's going to stand where that red flower is, and the water is going to come out of the impassable tile just to the left of it.
Wall there. And what was the other spot?
That's good how it is.
Oh, that's what you meant. One south and one to the right, meaning not
go diagonal.
One here and one here, but
yeah,
down and over.
Sorry. Two placement directions, not two
yes.
Wall building directions. Yeah.
Actually, we should probably... Oh, that's pretty tall. That's okay. Our farmers can fight off the beasts.
Sure. We can always build, down the road, but we can also make it like Gondor, the walled city. I just built staircases and then carved fortifications in walls that I built all along the edges. My other little cavern.
Most has been put to rest.
They've been honored by a slab.
About time. Uh-oh. What's that? What do you mean discovered this? Someone fall in?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Didn't we throw that rat and the goblin in there?
They were still alive?
I mean, they sank pretty far and uncovered a tile before. Maybe they just burned up now? I don't know.
Maybe. Jeez. Poor guy.
I'm glad they took like their radio with them.
Oh, that was like at 95. Oh, there it is.
How is that
-96.
rat still alive? Is it like bleeding or anything?
Okay, click on it. It's 7 to hover over it. Just magma in open space.
Huh. Well, that's
that
interesting.
Was a pet.
Well, not a pet, but it was tamed.
It would be under the livestock.
Yeah.
Though, right?
Yes,
yeah.
it would. Sorry, I was just felt really important to me to make that distinction. I don't know why.
Because it's not technically a pet, it's livestock.
Right.
No one's claimed it. Okay.
And really, who would claim a giant rat?
Rats can be cute.
They can be.
Even tiny dogs.
Well, this one wouldn't be so tiny.
Be at the bottom of the list. So chronologically placed, right?
Yep, pretty sure. Unless you sort them.
It's dead. We're just getting a view from the corpse, I guess.
Yeah. Must be the last frame before it died.
It's still sinking.
This is a dense rat.
Let's see. Oh, there goes the goblin.
Avenge me!
Doesn't go any deeper than that.
Oh, what was that white thing down there?
There was a lava snake or a magma snake, something like that. Straw again. The floor piece. Still missing the spot here.
Yep. I was gonna call it the fun hole, and then
Oh my.
that was gonna be misleading at best.
I don't know this DF hack yet.
Oh, so yeah, go ahead and place. And then it's asking you what blocks you want to make it of. So just click on microcline blocks right there.
Even though it says 0?
It's how many are
that's how
selected
many
out
were
of.
selected.
Yep.
Got it.
So you can click on it, it'll star it, and then hit confirm. It definitely, it's a little bit of an adjustment, but overall I like it way more. You'll see when we start doing some other things. Lots of cool benefits.
Oh.
More
White
storks.
Oh, it's at least fighting a mantis man.
Oh, good. They're just agitated at each other.
Yep.
2 natural enemies. No matter who wins, we lose.
There's a bone. Did you see that?
I think so, yeah.
Someone just lost something important.
Oh, yeah. 4th toe and the left foot, or 4th toe of the left foot.
This man's in the air now. Just overexerted.
And he's agitated now, though.
They were agitated. We had some combat log of fighting agitated mantis men.
I didn't catch that it was agitated in the combat.
Took it down.
He's still flying above him. And leveling up his skills.
No, he's wounded. Or tired. Advantage of that. Minute. It's way up there.
I'm sure once the dwarves get there, they'll come swooping down.
Probably.
The mantis men have not been afraid of combat. He improved his wrestling. Can you imagine wrestling with a mantis man? It's just all sharp edges and yikes.
It must be how he took the foot off. Some legendary climber. What's that bone?
Yep.
Toe and foot.
I think that means it's the fourth toe off the left foot. I misread that before, I think.
Oh, yeah. That makes more sense. I was trying to picture how you take just one toe and a foot, but the rest stay connected.
Well, I mean, you've seen Rayman, right? Like they just kind of float an appropriate distance away from the body. Oh, he loves his hammer. Where are these dwarves? I'm not even trying.
I think it's because we're slide showing.
Yeah, 25 frames a second, starting to get a little sluggish.
We'll take care of it. What was that? F6 gets us down to the straw. Good to know. Oh, a great hairy spider. Oh boy. Poisonous bite. So, webs, bite, and it climbs walls, probably.
But how does it fare in magma?
We also just sent all of our guys topside.
Well, it might be topside. I mean, it probably isn't, but it might be.
Forgotten beasts always come from the caves, don't they?
I think I had one come on the surface, but you might be right. My current side base has had a lot of forgotten beasts. I feel like I've been clearing out the entire countryside of forgotten beasts.
It's fun.
Yeah.
He's weak and recovers slowly, at least.
Is there a path? Oh, yeah, there's a path.
It should be. It's Cavern 1. It's right to where we were working. Okay, let's call these guys off. Oh, no special orders. Wonder if it left the map. Nope, we got it.
Oh, yeah. Opened up an artery.
Asunder. Good.
Ooh, split it in two with a silver sword.
Yeah.
Silver swords are not usually good for cleaving.
Send them in.
I think sending them all is a good idea. You gotta overwhelm webbers, in my experience.
Yeah. The less bites it can get out, the better.
Yep. Does seem to be heading away, so that's good.
It's like one of those super terrifying bugs that you used to see up in Lakewood.
Yeah. There goes that monster hunter.
Centipedes, I think. Oh, was that someone who came to fight monsters in the caverns?
He had a mace, and we don't have any macemen yet. So.
That squad. We just saw a dead body. Still support people for that one. Jeez, it is just steamrolling over
Got
us.
him.
Good. How many was
looks
that?
like he took a few chunks out of us.
Like 6 to 8, something like that.
Go a level down.
The rat's been missing for a week.
Where could it be? There was one person who died after the monster hunter, I think. Yeah, there it is. It was a dwarf, but I don't know if it was one of ours.
It's the monster. Just the elf male bracers. Bracers made of elf mail. Gross. Steel helmet. I don't think it was one of ours. We don't have access to steel.
It is ours now.
Is it? Oh, the helmet is ours, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even damaged.
Well, yeah, the spider didn't bite its head. Probably went for the neck.
This guy. This was one of ours.
Yep.
So,
a surprising lack of armor. Also, a surprising lack of armor.
Yeah, that's why I think it might be one of ours.
Yeah, we might have to look at those uniforms. Oh, this one at least has some low boots.
Yeah, this one's not one of ours. It's got a
gauntlet.
bronze short sword.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Is it? No.
Not even built yet, it looked like.
So, you got the last blow. Swords dwarf. Looks like he was fighting one sword dwarf, so missed him. Oh no, he's been found dead. It's probably him anyway. Probably died right after it.
Oh yeah. Forgotten Beast shook him around, ripped out an artery. Rough times.
Didn't get anything in him. His foot exploded into gore. He just turned the corner into badness. Jeez. What about this guy? Here we go. Stabbed him in the cephalothorax.
That's how I read it. Ooh, tearing the brain. Yeah, I think that was the killing blow.
tour. Is that one of the ones that died? No, that was missed on the sword dwarf. Okay. So he's still out there. It's probably this guy.
Gonna need a cool name.
Oh, the dwarf. Supposed to filthilize the hollow of wasting the forgotten beast.
And a giant white stork. They were an early threat. This guy's been around. And he also has barely any armor.
He's in the monster squad.
Yeah, so he at least was.
He joined with the purpose of soldiering.
Hunter. Yeah.
South. Just a fracture, that's good. Leg and hand. I think it said he's going to training. Yeah. Skip the doctor.
Who are you, my dad?
That's one threat down.
All right, let's pause. What were we doing immediately before this? Because this is how we forget projects.
We're working on the garden, I think, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep. Or at least we were checking on it.
Lost it again. There it is.
Okay, so they haven't started digging, or maybe they did just one tile.
Hold on. They dug this.
And then it was break o'clock. We can start making the parts for the screw pump.
Not have it on hand?
We might. No, it looks like we need a screw and a pipe section. So you're going to go one square down and one square to the left once you place it. Oh, a caravan showed up too.
Oh, cool. That's been a while. There's no merchants. Looks like they're there.
Yeah.
Just need a couple seconds more.
Conflicting information.
Some dead guys.
The finest mechanisms you ever did see.
Decorated with teeth. A bunch of mechanisms.
I think that's what we were going to trade last time.
Statue. All this food we must have purchased from the last one.
I think the stuff that they unload shows up now too.
Okay.
I guess they haven't finished setting up. I don't think I've watched this mechanic as early on as this before.
We'll come back to that. Is this done? Not yet. Still fighting. Giant thrips.
Oop, there it
Looks
is.
like we may have caged it. You saw it?
It was the yak under the tree.
Oh.
Thought I saw it, but it was not.
The corpse. Yeah.
Look at that merchant running out. Chicken.
We are missing a cage there, though, so I think we may have caught something. Nothing that's made its way down yet. Could be a lead cage.
Believing these dwarves having a good workout regiment.
Is this closed? I think so.
No, somebody's standing on it.
Bridge here?
Yeah. Oh, that bridge. That one's closed. Pretty sure. Because you can see another one-tile bridge at our entrance. It looks different.
Right. This one goes vertical. This one goes horizontal.
I'm pretty sure the lever to the left is closed and right is open.
Unless you build it, flip the lever, destroy the lever, reattach another lever to it while it's in the up position.
Is that a real thing?
I think. Does it reset after you destroy a lever?
It doesn't reset, but in the past, when I've tried to get things like that to alternate, I've found that they will just reset. So if you turn them on, nothing will change. And then if you go off and then on again, it'll start working, but it puts everything back in sync.
Okay. Trust you on that one.
I've done
Sounds like
limited
you did some sciencing.
Yeah, a little bit, but I know that people have built whole computers and very complex mechanisms in Dwarf Fortress. So to do that, you would need NOT gates. So I'm sure there is a way to do it. I just don't know what that is.
Above ground garden.
Right out there in the open, huh?
Well, this one has the wall here, and then we'll floor it in over top.
Okay.
And it should all be dirt underneath it, so it should turn into grass.
It should.
But then we could at least use the overworld, what do they call it? The non-cave seeds?
Yeah. We'll say surface plants. I don't know what they're actually called, but I feel like that's a good replaceable name.
Yeah, that sounds better than overworld.
You may want to cut down those trees that were up there first.
Rid of them come crashed down.
I feel like I've had it before where if the roots get dug out too much, the tree collapses.
That sounds fun.
I know the dwarves get salty about it, though.
So do the elves.
Yeah, in general, no one's happy.
Right. Check on the screw pump status. It's all built. Still haven't dug out. I'm doing a little bit up here at least. It's just so far for them to walk, I guess.
Yeah. So change the pump direction. Yep. There you go.
And it'll suck up the water even though it's not over top of it?
Correct.
Okay. Let's into the next step. Let's check out the caravan again. It looks like it's gone.
I think they bailed.
Yeah. No notification. So they were setting up and then gone.
Giant mantis really freaked them out. See if they're still on the map.
Okay. One of them caged. And caged thrips. There's still quite a few agitated ones, though.
And the water buffaloes are still there for the merchants. So theoretically, the merchants are around. They're running up the mountain.
Let's get them out of here. About the thrips. Is that something we should be worried about?
I think they've done damage in the past.
They did. Like, as soon as we started the world.
Yeah.
Strews are kissing.
Hey, good evening, Mother of Chaos.
We could also enlarge the gathering for all the fruit trees that are dropping right now.
Sure. Might be a good stopgap until we can get the enhanced farming.
Is that what this thing is? Looks like we've already got quite a few set up for that are... Oh, he's claiming it. They must start over here at the furthest one and then work their way in.
Pomegranates for everyone. Did you both have a good week? Mine was mixed, but acceptable.
An alright week. It was a week.
It was a week. How about yourself?
Chop that wood.
They're doing it. They're already doing it. Uh-oh, you got a mood.
How do you sort by closest?
R, capital R. It'll change the different sorts.
There's no closest.
They might be sorted by closest already when it's on recently used, because I think it just puts recently used at the very top.
No, that's not possible because it's got kumquat wood right next to it.
You got me.
Just do that since I can tell it's the closest.
Probably something in the filters. I haven't messed with those a lot. Uh-oh. Captain of the Guard's getting a little sassy.
Top of the cage trap.
Having a tantrum. Your week was passable. I know that vibe.
Glad it passed.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's with nope, it's with the other dwarves.
It's got a big sword.
Probably a full-size sword.
Look on him. Find out. He's moving. There we go.
Oh, they're just sparring.
Two-handed sword. With the shield. Beast.
Some good, terrible, and others. Well, I hope the good was good and the terrible was minor. Negligible, even.
A trap. I thought it just knocked the cage out of it.
The captain and the guards storm off into the caves to blow off some steam.
Probably. Don't see any sand. That's too bad.
Looks like there's some brown dirt or something there at the edges.
Silty clay loam.
Yeah, so that's the soil type out here. But yeah, he'll get a couple uncovered tiles that will sometimes be whatever the regional soil is. So it sounds like we just don't have sand in our region. We're figuring it out. Yeah, it's without context, which you don't need to provide. But yeah, it's good to hear that you're on a upward swing of whatever it was. Getting through it and talking about it and sorting things out is, it's past the worst of it.
These aren't set to reserve the product.
I think one of the layers is. Yeah, I think one of them are set up to only split from so that it'll keep expanding. And I think everything else should be set to gather. Something along those lines.
Someone should be coming around gathering, though. Just taking their time.
Well, if somebody was like, yeah, listen, I'm going to need you to go into an entire building filled with bees and do something which is probably going to piss them off. What would you say?
Sure.
Sure, when now? I can go now. Let's do it. I think that top floor needs some more beehives, too. Great answer.
Beehives in your top floor.
Hey, now. Let's keep it PG in here.
So we need 17 more. See if we get any built.
Context is trying to keep mental health a priority. Absolutely. If you don't have adequate mental health, you really can't work on anything else. You're just not going to be literally in the right mindset to do it.
It's a hard thing to juggle.
Oh, for sure. See an awful lot of blood there.
It's just Dumats.
Oh yeah,
and Astots. And Rakosts.
They're just awfully near to the trees. I'm wondering if maybe they had a sudden encounter with some flying wood.
It's probably the oh, you mean all this blood up here?
Yeah. I mean, all the blood kind of everywhere.
Sheep blood, goblin blood, same sheep.
Are we just multiplying blood up here? Why?
Do they still track it when they walk through it?
Yes, but I don't think that far. Like, there usually be a trail.
Set up some worship areas. We wait on the other stuff. Let's see, so that'd be a meeting room.
I think you're supposed to start with a dining hall instead. That way they can consume those little crackers.
Oh. Is that a joke or?
It's partially a joke.
Okay.
It's a joke with the temples. But when you're making a tavern, if you build it from a dining hall, they will be able to eat in the tavern as well, as opposed to a meeting area where they'll just drink.
Gotcha. Well, we don't want them to have to go all the way out to get food and then come back, though.
Yeah, I think the Cavern Tavern will probably want to have a restaurant in it.
Trying to find the one with the most.
Oh, they worship depravity.
There's quite a few for that.
There's a lot of, a lot of depraved gods. They're into that Old Testament weird shit.
There's a lot of gods. See the scroll wheel?
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, they worship the dead.
Yeah. There's one towards the top that had 90-something worshippers. That's probably one we'll end up doing.
One of them was just the god of lightning.
Thor. What do we say to the god of death?
Art. The crispiest of gods.
Do these all have under 10?
Do you think the multiple gods of art get together and have like a paint off?
Maybe.
We'll set up like a couple different challenges. They'd be like, first is oil based, then there'll be watercolors, then there'll be ceramics.
Or it could be like the muses from the Disney Hercules movie.
That'd be great. Do you think so? They sing together.
Yeah.
They're like a soul trio.
Soul Troop. Someone just got taken by mood. So 87, I think that was the highest one. There's some in the 60s too. It's depravity.
Good. We need more depravity around here.
So now he'll have his own spot to be worshipped. Let's check in on this guy. Another gathering stuff, I think. No, they haven't picked a spot yet.
Come on, Erdim. You could do it. Craft dwarfs. It's gonna make something basic.
It's just standing. Okay, he's moving now. Good. Of course he takes the one that we set up things without doing a work order on. Ghost. He's 4 more.
See, this is why we can't give up with the drinks.
We're back up to 500. Probably from all the fruit.
But all these freeloaders.
Yeah.
Like, go hunt monsters then. Go do some soldiering.
There are farmers' workshops. This one.
Yep.
Okay. That's not processing plants anymore. Maybe that's why we ran into trouble. Must have caught up with the plump helmet work and then stopped.
Oh yeah, might have been out of seeds. How dare they? I know, right? It's not like we have an economy. It's not like they aren't towing their weight and we're making a whole bunch of gold off of them or something.
Straw.
Hey.
Dug
Cool.
out, it looks like.
Yep.
Now
You could
tell
yep.
someone to pump it.
Yep, that's it. I was gonna say, yeah, get rid of the peaks. Oh no, you're cutting down. Yeah, you probably should get rid of the peaks first. I don't know if you take them off later if they remove the mud.
Should be coming down. Getting there.
It's dirt, so it should dig out pretty quick now.
Yep.
Oh, you might need to add those couple of holes where the trees were.
There's just one hole.
There's 2 at the top and then 1 farther down.
You're at the top.
Right there. Go up 1 block. There you go. He's standing on it right now. To the left, too. Right there.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Not holes, like anti-holes.
Yeah. Sorry. See. Yeah.
I thought you meant like the one that I had to floor in.
I guess I meant gaps in the channeling, and I phrased it as holes, but I can totally see why that would be confusing. Yeah, literally the opposite of holes. Straight down from there, too. There's another one. That'll work. Floor remnants. Now this is just sounding like a Beverly Hillbillies cover. Floor remnants. Loading dirt. Ba-dum-dum-dum.
Wow, since I thought about that show.
Yeah. Me too. Just in this moment, actually.
Yeah, any time more recent than that would be weird.
I don't know why it just popped in there.
Oh, that's grass on the bottom.
Grows quick.
I thought they were just leaving a piece of floor there. Floating dirt.
You never saw the Beverly Hillbillies. Well, apparently your grandmother didn't control the TV remote.
There's nothing wrong with Nick at Night.
That's fine. Although
TV channel devoted to all that. It's, TV Land.
Oh, yeah.
I used to love that stuff as a kid.
I loved some of it.
Monsters.
I liked Bewitched. I did not like I Dream of Jeannie. I thought the Dick Van Dyke Show was fun.
Didn't watch that one.
I'm actually just recently watching the Mary Tyler Moore Show. I think I hated it when I was a kid, but like watching it now, it's pretty good. It's both progressive and still kind of reductive. Like there's a whole lot of like women's lib stuff, which is great. And then they also have men getting away with like terrible things that they just kind of hand wave away. They're like, yeah, I think I'm going to like almost cheat on my wife so I can see what I do in that situation. Cause you know, it'd be good to find out. And they're like, that's okay. You did the right thing in the end. Really? Like he went over to another woman's house to figure out then and there if he would cheat on his wife. And that's okay. Oh, your grandparents watched Star Trek. That's pretty rad. Yeah, men cheating on people that they're dating on that show. It's like there's one character you would expect it from, and then later on another character does it, and you're like, really? Was this just so common? Like men all over the place? We're like, men are going to cheat. That's just what they do, but we love them anyway. Weird time. Light them on fire. The only way to deal with those men. You could start smashing that minecart track too.
Oh, not the like button.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you want to smash a like button, you're welcome to do that too.
Is that water going to get to the edge?
I mean, they're not pumping anymore. Probably because the water started to circle back to them.
Stop pumping manually. Oh, right. That means turn off the manual pumping. Not like manually stop pumping.
Hold me back. Hold me back.
Look at all these tree saplings. Mushroom spores? What would you call that? Mushroom tree sapling. Baby
mushroom
mushrooms?
Stalks? Baby. Who's a little portabella? I'm more apt to say HDO's former co-worker's approach. Change all of the bank account info while he's out with his mistress. That's phenomenal. And that, kids, is why you don't fuck around with somebody who's your co-signer. Surprise, no gas for you. It's okay. I'm sure he can, ask his mistress for a tank of gas. Now, is this like a real accountant or a TikTok accountant? Found out there's a not so subtle difference. These pumps are very efficient. They're like sucking out a whole 7 of 7 of water.
What's the box? It did suck out a lot of water. Some down to 5. 6 is way out the side.
It's a very efficient corkscrew.
I wonder if we put a second one down here, if it would keep up.
You can make a heck of a dent for sure. You probably need to set up a way for them to get down and be sealed. Because right now that water coming back around, as soon as it gets to 3, they'll stop working because it's impassable terrain.
You need to do that to get the mud to spread further.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and wall that little section off. I think that should clear out.
Oh, I have no way to get there.
Channel that.
That'll work.
And rebuild a wall. Or they could just work on the wall climbing skill.
I think that's last resort. I don't think they do it until they're like starving. They're real persnickety about it. Like, what am I going to do? Climb this wall for my freedom?
Combat devices. That may have just been a mushroom falling down.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a good amount of mud.
Floor piece. It's an impressive spread from above.
It's going to be a heck of a swimming pool, kids.
Slime mold spreading. 2 stuck. Yes. Okay.
Of course. I was actually thinking like, oh, I wonder if they're going to build those tiles around and get themselves stuck. Sure enough.
Oh, one of them got out. Nope. Must have been climbing the wall to get out. Okay, they can get out here, here, and here, and then on the other side. They just chose to wait a while. What happens first? The hole in the wall and a raid, so we can have a beehive number 2, or they do the top flooring.
Or we're gonna make like a gentleman's pet.
Yeah.
Well, Dwarf Fortress does like to kick you in the teeth when you least need it. But I think you're gonna make this through. I think you're gonna get the floor done just in time.
I have a feeling that we're gonna punch this wall out and then something's going to come onto the map and go through it.
No, you can probably think of this floor being built as a doomsday clock of sorts. Like, once the final tile is laid, that'll be when the next Forgotten Beast shows up, or a dragon, or Bronze Titan.
Oh, I hope it's not a dragon. I did that floor out of wood. I forgot about that.
You're like, oh no, I got a custard wood right here. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
do it.
Oh, we had an artifact.
That puzzle box.
Oh, I saw some helmets and stuff. Lots of weapons too.
That's from them naming their weapons. So they're not
okay.
They do get a bonus, but they're not artifact weapons.
Oh, canyons. I thought it said crayons. A kid. Ring canyons. Carumbala wood puzzle box. Encrusted with round galena cabochons and encircled with bands of goose leather.
Mm-hmm.
It's adorned with hanging rings of donkey leather and menaces with spikes of carumbala wood and sphalerite. On the item is an image of itself.
Sure.
In sheep bone. On the item is an image of 2 square brilliant cut gems and pigtail, because he's too cheap to get the gems himself.
Mm-hmm.
On the item is an image of Nanny Heavensburns, the human in milk quartz. Nanny is traveling. The artwork relates to the wandering of the human in the swamp of silver in 92, so before we were founded.
So this is just like one of those bedtime stories, and the kid just drew like the character he's heard about on there. Yep. And a picture of the cube itself, like the real meta version.
Yep. Cool.
Well, you should put that in the tavern. Kids will play with toys that are out and about now and get happy thoughts from it.
Yes, that's a good one. Let's see. Keybind for that. Didn't set one up. Okay. The straw is close enough. Do we have some pedestals? I think we set that up for...
I think so, yeah. I think I saw a display case getting set up. Like a wooden one.
Maybe not so close to the door. It is an artifact after all.
I say put it in the middle of where the tavern's going to be. That way at least there'll be people who see the thieving.
Guess we don't have one. Not a stoneworker?
Yeah, those will be pedestals. I thought we'd have a lot less skulls by now. Oh, because the...
Great. Thanks. Kid. I wonder how many we got done before he did that.
Probably not many. But thank goodness that kid had some bone to make his weird puzzle box.
Whereas he didn't have turkey leather.
Right? It's like you picked goose leather. It was, I felt like that was kind of a kick in the teeth. Like,
yeah. Donkey leather, too.
Child, how could you?
Killed.
Yeah, like one. There's like one piece of donkey leather in this whole place.
There we go, soldier. I'll replace one of them at least. Probably this one, since I see a human in that squad. No, that one's empty. Okay. I'll put humans in this. This would be it. It's the leader of that one. Team Axe. You must have did that. I don't remember that.
I think I did. I think he was good for an axe dwarf at some point, and I flagged him so I'd remember. We can see how well that worked out.
We'll do this bard. He's a competent spear dwarf. Fill out the rest with probably more bards. All these people who aren't pulling their weight.
That's how don't come to my fort as a bard. Right now, like, I was like, well, I need some more axe dwarves, and a whole bunch of the spear dwarfs died, so I guess I can assign all these bards. We'll figure it out. I had like 60 bards, and they went through them pretty quick.
It's good turnover. Another one for soldiering. That fills it out. 283 now.
Nice. Oh, I don't know if you had seen this before, but if you shift mouse scroll, it goes by whole pages.
I have, but I never use it. I never think to use it.
All right. I get very used to, yeah. I get very used to using it in the justice menu.
They were trying to get us. Suspending random floor tiles.
They're just trying to prevent the end from coming too soon.
Trying to make it come too soon. Farmland. These ramps? They're ramps. What's first? Check the straw. Hey, water got to the edge.
All right.
Get that wall built too.
There's a fish. Probably a very confused fish.
I don't see one flapping around.
Do you see it down there?
No.
See where that mushroom patch is at the southern end? There's a white fish that keeps blinking on and off. So about 5 up from your cursor.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Is he jumping up? No, he can't jump up.
No, I think he just got sucked up in the turbine there. Cave fish. All right.
Gotta click on to check his thoughts. That's too bad.
Yeah. I think because he's a vermin, so they don't actually, they don't have feelings.
It's not true.
It's at least true in Dwarf Fortress.
The guard is on another one. We should check him out, see what makes him happy. his name? Just click there. I wish you could just click on him through this screen.
Yep. I have a lot of wishes. I have a lot of thoughts. You could sort by happiness. That should shorten up that list.
Technically it did. It is.
There he is.
Striking demonstration. Is that striking as in punching, or is he going on strike?
No, he's going to a demonstration of striking, so like a fighting demo.
Pray to coupled with a few different gods. We need another all-purpose one. Well, I might be getting too full. I don't know if that's a thing or not.
I don't know if that's a thing, but I think he is on a full-time schedule. So.
Needs quarters. Maybe because he's on the schedule for it?
Not sure. Well, he has modest quarters. I think he just needs better quarters.
It's the Monster Squad guy.
Maybe he has 2 rooms. It looks like there's maybe 2 quarters. Maybe he got promoted to a different bedroom. Or demoted. Who knows?
You can run that well. Let's make him sleep in the barracks then.
All right. Oh yeah, he must have 2 rooms. So he has 1 room that meets the qualification, but he has another room that's not.
Yep. So he definitely has a bedroom. He's got all these rooms here.
Yeah, I think it's his old room that is still attached to him.
How we find that? Would that be under places?
It would be, but I think it might be faster from the dwarf. Rooms. There you go. So the modest quarters, and then hit the jump to.
Oh. We lived in the slums. This remove zone.
That's one way. Yeah. I think you can click the plus and then remove, maybe. I mean, it doesn't really matter. No wonder he's less than pleased. Key broke off in the door again. Neighbors got their dog barking all night.
That's
no easy access to the bus route.
Spooky hen skull totem.
Good. Somebody's got to use those turkey parts.
The elves are going to love them.
Don't worry, elves. We grew these.
He's upstairs of that. So he shouldn't get noise trouble from that. Yeah, everything above him is wall. Above below. Wall.
Well, he's not going to be in there anymore anyway.
Right. Is this guy trying to steal that artifact again? Socialize. Yeah, right.
Look at his inventory.
It's right here on the floor. Or not the floor, but the pedestal. This was a barracks, right?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a barracks without beds. Probably the one we told that guy he has to sleep in. See about fixing that. Set. Thinking about it. These are all constructed.
Actually, so do not make them into a barracks.
Oh, okay.
So this was one of the tricky things about
Range.
Marksdwarves. Yep. So you wanted to define each of those as one.
Whoa. How far back should I put it?
Not fair. You can do just the edge of the channeled out area. And it only needs to be one row wide. I don't think that's going to hurt anything, though.
Oh, I see what you mean by one row wide.
So, yep, that's the shooting direction that's already there, so that's great. And just lather, rinse, repeat. Oh, erase is still turned on. I hate that one's a toggle. It's times like these that it's like Q A plus 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 enter Q A. Now it's like Z for zones. Find and click on the thing that you want. Drag a mouse. Do this, and then click on these other things first. It's like
no mouse lag or bad clicking when you're using the keyboard exclusively.
Right.
I had to click 5 times to get that one to work.
Yep. If you pause the game, the FPS will go back up to 100 and it'll stop lagging.
Then our guys won't be digging.
That's true. My other game gotten so bad that I have to pause it if I want to do anything, because otherwise it lags so bad that it's like, it's just total chaos at that point. So you'll want to assign each of those to the squad that should be using them.
Don't have that set up yet. Okay. So anyone with bow skills?
They would be at the top if they did.
Would it? Or would it be mixed in like everything else?
It should be at the top. When you're doing squads of a certain type, it'll put weapon skills and shield and whatever skills at the top.
Even though you haven't selected the squad type?
Oh, that's a good point. I wonder how it knew. I guess I have conveniently been presented with the best people for the squad I was building the 2 times I was paying attention.
Lucky you.
Yeah. I mean, like I said before, since then it's been just bards. Like they're like, I'm really good with the harp. Yeah. You're not gonna need that where you're going. Here's an axe. Go kill things.
That's how we're going.
Right? That's what training's all about. You'll figure it out.
Maybe some dancers too.
Sure.
Poets.
It's a good thing. You want to be limber, you know?
Yeah.
Human poet swordsman, sure. It's kind of like a 2 lives situation.
I figure we save the swordsman as a villain for the other squads, the melee squads. Since he's not going to have a sword.
Mm-hmm.
This wrestler's got a crossbow. Wish it didn't jump back up to the top also every time you select one.
Uh-huh. I wish there was a search box, and I wish there was a way to sort them.
Yeah, sort by profession. That'd be great.
Sort by race would be good too. So you're not like, oh, I have humans that need different sized armors. I think we're going to see all those things really soon, but until that patch comes out, it was annoying every time I do it. Well, that was a very surprising sip.
Find a bug in your straw?
No. I just took a big gulp of what I believed to be a can of Dr. Pepper, and it was in fact a can of beer.
That's a little different.
It is a little different.
This Dr. Pepper's gone bad.
When you don't expect the flavor that you get in your mouth, like it's different than what you thought it was going to be, that's always such a shock. This Dr. Pepper's gone spicy.
So we need to make some quivers, boots. We need to make everything.
Yep. For an archer squad, you want leather, 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 leather. In fact, we should actually probably remake that uniform. The default uniform is not really functional. So go ahead and hit add uniform.
You roll this out?
You can just leave it out of this. And hit add uniform up there. And go ahead and name it like new archers or whatever. Yeah. So we're going to go from left to right.
Need like 4 more letters.
I mean, I feel like I got your meaning. There you go. Hit new bodywear in the left. And leather armor. New headwear.
Did you say leather or pleather?
Leather. I don't think they have the technology for pleather yet.
Okay.
New headwear. And you're going to do helms.
So leather helms? No. Okay.
And then you're going to set the material to leather. And then you're going to go to new legwear. And leggings or greaves, whichever one you like.
Oh, in metal, greaves are better than leggings.
You can hit legwear and then just set the material to leather. And that'll be fine too. Then they'll have some variety. And same thing for handwear.
What was your gloves?
I like to do gauntlets, just because it's a specific thing that I can build and keep track of. Nope, guess I lied. It can't be.
Well, you like to do the gauntlets, huh?
I guess I do gloves.
That's not social pants. Some big gloves.
Yeah, let's just do handwear again. That way somebody can be out there in little leather mittens.
Or to use a bow and mittens.
I mean, that's what they're in training for. Yep, and then new shield, new whatever.
Hey, anything else?
And then down on the bottom left, you have uniform overclothing. You want to change that to replace. And that should be good. Confirm and save. And then you want to apply that to everyone. There you go.
Good. Cool. Let's see what was going on while we did that. Anything interesting? Dog died.
Yeah, a lot of that going around.
Rips. Droll the child is probably a hunter.
Yep. I saw a hunter was out hunting.
$283. I feel like we were already at that.
Well, there were some deaths. And you'll want to assign the archery stands as well.
So, box. Would that be toys?
I think it's under toys, yeah.
It's the...
click on the archery range.
Word vomit, the granite something.
Yep. You want the plus on the flag. There you go. Right click. Repeat.
You said repeat, so I did it the exact same way. Same errors and everything.
But it did produce reputable results.
Yep.
Got there in the end. That's all that matters. So the reason you don't make a barracks for them, at least not initially, is if they have a barracks and they're set to train, they will prioritize training melee combat with their crossbows and sparring as opposed to actually learning how to shoot.
Oh.
So they'll never go to the archery range unless they decide to, which is hardly ever. And they will just work on beating each other over the head with their crossbow. And learning how to bite each other. So
you teach not to bite.
No. See, that's the problem. They teach you not to bite as a kid. Then when you become a soldier, they teach you right back into biting again. And you might want to check their armor, because we might have to create some leather armor and stuff really quick. Or else they might get salty about all the nudity.
Because you chose to replace.
If you don't replace, there's a very, very, very good chance that they will walk around with no armor because nothing matched.
Fine. Maybe we should bump that up to like 15.
Sounds like a good idea. If you want, you could specify turkey. I think it's in the previous menu. Magnifying glass over there.
Good.
And then maybe some, what we needed, quivers. Helms.
Boots.
High boots. I might
The
hold off on the
backpack's still
backpacks.
broken?
Yes, equivalently, yeah. Got a snatcher. I actually had a snatcher grab a child and almost make it off the map.
Wow.
I was very, very depressed by it. The dogs didn't attack him until too late. But I managed to recover the child.
That's good.
I mean, I know it's just like a video game, but there's a moment where I was like, oh God, like, he almost took my baby.
So we're doing all right. There's honey from the honeycomb.
You might want to turn honey off from cooking. I think it's under labor.
Other? Remember what royal jelly's used for besides feeding the queen?
Yeah, I think it can be cooked. So you can leave that one cooked, and I think you want to turn on honey for brewing.
Nope. Not available.
Okay. Well, it will be. Or it might just be assumed if it's not set for cooking.
Yeah.
We're running. Oh, the poet returned. It's just like what a spy would do.
Found the location of our artifact. This is doing individual ones. Yeah. Okay. I was afraid that DF hack made it so that it was just a continuous one. I have to back out all of them. That's what we're working on. Oh, the straw. How's that coming on?
And then the farms down here.
Hidden there.
It's starting to evaporate. See, it's primarily one of ones.
Reached all the way to the edge. It's got some good mud piles there.
Oh, everything under here will be farmable after this, even if it doesn't look like it's a heavy coating of mud. But yeah, looks like it's a pretty thick coating all over the rest of it.
This is where we fought the Forgotten Beast.
I think it was a little bit north of here and on the left.
The water just pushed all the blood that way.
Oh, yep, it'll do that.
Now you've got me trained to spot all the blood spots on the floor.
I mean, it really makes you wonder, like, what's going on? Why is there blood everywhere? Oh, are they still pumping? You need to turn that off. That's why it's not dry. No wonder. They're still down here taking shifts.
Biceps.
Yeah, right? That's how you get some swole dwarves.
Been a while since we raided anyone.
Yeah, you're thinking about making some friends?
Always.
You could try to actually make friends. Just demand a one-time tribute. Set up some trade routes.
I'm so bad at making friends.
I don't know about that. You made friends with me.
Long time ago.
And since your friendship muscles have atrophied.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
You had that cool pen.
What cool pen?
That pen from the library. It's one of those ones where you can swap the ink color on it.
Oh, the 4-color where you like press down whatever color you want?
Yeah.
I remember those pens. Hold on a second. Are you saying that you only liked me for my pen?
You had all the coolest gadgets. And every day during lunch or library time, I'd see something new. Star Wars cards. All sorts of cool stuff I was never allowed to get.
Oh yeah, you're making me sound so cool right now. Man, I remember you'd come in with Star Wars cards and like a Game Boy and a calculator with games on it.
Oh yeah, what was that, a game on your TI-81?
No, it's 83, thank you.
83, okay.
And I think it was that supremely well-programmed Mario clone. And then I had, what was it? I think that TI-83 game had sound emulation. Somebody figured out how to turn the serial port in it onto a sound device, but you had to make a custom 2.5 millimeter mono audio plug to plug into the serial port, then go into headphones, and then you could get very basic beeps and boops on this Mario game. I'm surprised that, like, right then and there, like, people weren't like, oh, this kid's autistic. Okay. Like, right? Like, when you get to the point that you're making custom cables to plug into your calculator to hear a calculator version of Mario make beeps, I feel like there should have been warning signs.
I don't think people were watching for that too much back then.
I don't think so either. Nope, he's a genius. I don't know about that. I mean, people mistake multiple special interests for Genius all the time. I've actually never located any of that stuff. I wish I could. Oh God, actually, if you want to know something kind of embarrassing, let's see, do I have it here? Had a first story. I had all of that stuff in a couple of different bins, right? Like I had the Pog collection right next to the Star Wars cards, which were right next to the Pokemon cards that Daniel, my brother, was way more into than I was. But, you know, I had them because they were fun to play. And I'm pretty sure, because like in all of the houses that I lived in growing up, especially the first house I grew up in, the basement would flood all the time. Like we had all these different floods. I feel like floods just followed around our belongings. So I'm pretty sure, like I don't have it confirmed, but I'm pretty sure that all that stuff just got lost in one of the many, many floods. Which is super, super depressing. But in a wave of nostalgia, I actually found someone who was selling the upgraded model, the TI-83 Plus, for like $20. So, yeah. Well, I mean, this is like 2 or 3 years ago. I can only imagine at that point that the Plus model was like 8 or more years old. But anyway, I bought it, and I bought the USB to serial cable that they made for it, and loaded it up with a whole bunch of the classic games I used to play in my calculator, and then messed around with the very, very simplified version of BASIC that runs on it, and had a nice little trip down memory lane from all those little text-based RPGs I used to program.
Good.
I know, it was so expensive new, and that was like late 90s, early 2000s money. I feel like that would be like a $400 calculator now. I mean, that's not really to scale, but still. What about you, Mother of Chaos? What was your calculator of choice? Oh, 83 plus in the house, baby. Do you ever fool around on your 83 plus with any of those other models, like that sweet TI-86? It had that higher pixel density. It had a more crisp screen, way more memory, faster processor. I remember, I'm not going to go throwing out last names, but you remember Steve, right?
I've known a couple Steves, but I'm pretty sure I know what Steve you're talking about.
Yeah, that Steve. I remember one day he came to school with a TI-92. It was like, it didn't even look like a calculator, right? It looked like some terrible merger between like a car stereo and like a Palm Pilot. And it had like a vaguely color screen. And he like, I don't know why he had it. He did not know how to use it. I don't think any of us did. But I remember it had a fan-made Final Fantasy VII game. Like, it was not, professional at all. But it had very flashy effects, and it used the colors on the screen.
Okay.
And I think we played that for a little bit. Couldn't really figure out what any of the keys were. And then later on, it just disappeared. So either I never really got a straight answer on what happened to it. A lot of weird things happened to Steve. So I didn't really question it. But yeah, that was not a calculator so much as it was like some sort of like Lovecraftian unknowable object. Like the more you peered into it, the more it peered into you. I mean, that's Nietzsche, but still, it's like you couldn't wrap your head around it by design. Like it wasn't meant for human minds. Yeah. Yeah. Or Steve for sure. I don't want to speculate. I hope wherever he is, he's doing better.
I don't remember the last time I saw him. Probably graduation.
Yeah, I think that's about it. What does pillow talk from an infant sound like? Is it just like
whispers in your ear?
Right? Is pillow talk from an infant just like gurgling and like grasping at your shirt? Like Googa. All right, fair enough. Oh, I didn't see. What are you laying down?
Obsidian floor tiles.
Don't do floor.
No.
No.
You don't want to raise the value?
No. Well, I mean, you can do more with less. If you do the paved road, it costs like half or less as much resources.
Yeah, but then it doesn't add to the value of your fort.
What? I mean,
it's like the end of the night. I want to add to the value.
You're just trying to get
Rank
me
that
sieged.
up so you get a good siege.
Yeah. Do as you will.
It's okay. The aesthetic is the same.
They actually do have two different textures. Yeah.
We'll do that. Oh, yeah, right. It's herringbone versus just...
What did you call the other style?
I didn't. I paused trying to think of it and then gave up. Because there's the lever there. It's not letting me pick.
Oh, yeah, you gotta change the filter. So you want to hit I to go choose from items. Yeah, there you go.
What obsidian block?
Oh, you want to hit I think. Did you hit filter?
Yeah.
Oh, hit I, the letter I for, yeah, choose from items to yes.
Oh, really? One does that whole thing?
No, it'll actually take more. I think that's fixed in the next version of BF Hack that's not on here yet. I'll update it. Right now it says 1 and it'll keep pulling obsidian blocks, but it actually takes, I think that'll probably be like 7. It's a pretty good savings.
We are going through the skulls and the teeth. Feels like they're getting replaced by other things like bins and barrels.
I don't know. I feel like we're maybe making more skulls faster than we're getting rid of them.
True, yeah.
Well, do you want to fix that minecart track?
Okay.
Oh, if you don't, I can fix it.
Well, yep, you can do it.
Okay.
Straw. Almost there.
Look at all that
That's
plantable
gross.
ground.
Looks like my cat's litter box this week.
Why? What are you eating your cat?
He's had bad diarrhea the past couple days.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's like gassy diarrhea too, so it sputters.
Oh my god.
So he'd have like the same coverage as this.
Oh yeah, Mother of Chaos brings up a good point. Again?
I think he's got an irritable bowel.
Wait. Well, stop irritating it.
Yeah.
Little kitty with IBS.
Just put to rest. Different one.
Yeah, we've had a lot of deaths. But that other slab should get carved up soon enough.
So many clicks. I'm gonna pause it. Just did not want to get rid of these.
Yep. Yeah, my other fort runs anywhere between 9 and 28 frames a second when it's really happy. I've been getting closer and closer to, like, if I gave them time, they would go around and collect all the garbage so that I could then dump it and destroy it. But the game is crawling so much that, like, I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to DF hack all of this trash clothing and destroy it. Like, that's what I was going to do anyway. But just the massive item count of 200 plus dwarves all shedding their worn mittens and shoes at the same time was enough to bring the game to its knees.
Yeah. It's a case of cheating to survive.
Yeah.
Not just to survive like an invasion or something, but to survive being able to go on.
Yeah. It's the greatest of tragedies.
Can we plant on this if it's at 1?
I believe you can.
Looks like it. It's
holy crap.
Giant. Okay, we'll break it into sections.
I'm going to say, you're going to feed the whole countryside. It's like, I think between the surface and the caverns, I think the yield is like 4 times greater. It's pretty significant.
Cool. We're up to 742 drinks. It's much better than earlier.
Yeah.
I think our food is dropping, though.
You do have somebody making meals, right?
I would say yes, but yeah.
Oh, we could switch those to
lavish. What's going? We only have the one kitchen though. Looks like it.
No, there's 2.
There is. Am I blind?
Oh, no, I'm looking at the still. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Getting gutsy.
May as well put the kitchen next to the lava, right?
Sure.
Get those ovens faster.
Yeah, free heat.
Rolling under the influence.
That human can't hold its liquor.
It's going at it.
Now, is he throwing up because he got punched in the stomach or because he's drunk?
I wish it wasn't two human bards. He was throwing up before the punch.
Do you think they're arguing over, like, who sings better? Or
Yeah. Someone sang the song that the other one's supposed to sing. That's my song.
Are you kidding? I wrote the Reigns of Castamere.
See anything too terrible in there, though. Yeah, it's like two bards punching each other.
Yeah. Oh, did we set up a jail?
No real damage.
We did. We did set up a very small
by the
one.
lava, by the smith. This one, yeah. You have a noble for that?
The captain of the guard does it when they're not on duty.
He's always on duty.
Well, then I guess people are going to get away with crimes.
Maybe we should swap them away forever.
I don't think you can remove them, but you can change them to be, off duty. Actually, you probably want to do them as ready. Off duty, they'll remove their armor, whilst ready is they just don't have any orders, so they can do whatever they need to do.
Or will they train?
I think they will train at will, but not... Like, they can choose to train, but they'll typically choose to do other things they want to do or other jobs.
Let's try ready. If people start dying really quickly from that squad, we know that we get to start training better.
You'll typically not want to...
The sweet bread stew.
Mmm. You probably don't want to send the captain of the guard out anymore.
It's 4 bards.
Well, yeah. I mean, naturally, bards form into, small groups, and they defend each other. Yeah. Yeah. Bardic factions.
Standing up a lot.
Oh, yeah. This is the dance-off. I don't know if you've ever seen that in a game.
Oh, okay. Did badly. Heart the muscle, bruising the bone. We twisted his knee. He's never gonna dance again.
That's kind of cheating, right? To break another bard's leg just to prevent them. Like, what is this, the Karate Kid?
All these guys are standing up just to mock the one that can't anymore.
Hey guys, I know, let's do the mamushka. Oh, on that note,
on the note of the mamushka.
Yes, actually.
Okay.
We just watched, my wife and I just watched the Addams Family and Addams Family Values movies back to back.
The ones from the 90s?
Yeah. Very weird. Like, they kind of hold up, but they're just kind of all over the place. But the only version we could find streaming was the Addams Family More Mamushka edition. which is advertised as having extra footage. When you look at it, all of the extra footage is it's like 4 minutes. And it is just a very long extension of the Mamushka scene. Like there were all of the singing and all of these like verses that just weren't in the original. Like aside from saying Mamushka, they didn't really sing anything. There was a whole ass song. And it's like, we're dancing the Mamushka. It's the song of brotherly love. And they just keep saying that over and over and over again. And it's just like, I need the less Mamushka edition. No more Mamushka. I'm full up on Mamushka. Thank you.
I think they're on Netflix.
Yeah, that's where we watched it.
Okay.
Well, then you can also watch the more Mamushka edition. You'll have to let me know what you think.
I think I'll pass.
I think I almost like the second one better. I'm not positive.
It's been so long since I've seen those that I don't remember what they're about besides being the Addams Family.
The second one is about the kids going to summer camp and them basically terrorizing summer camp. And I thought that was that was such a thing in the 90s, right? Where like everyone was all jazzed up on summer camps. You got to send the kids to summer camps. Like that was in episodes of The Simpsons. There were a ton of movies made about summer camps. Whatever, it was just really, really in the zeitgeist. But yeah, so they went to summer camp and then they did like a Pocahontas play and Wednesday like causes a mutiny and like sets all these buildings on fire. I thought that was great. And then oh shoot, what is her name? Gosh darn it. Who was the actor in 1408? That Stephen King movie about the hotel room.
I don't think I saw that one. Oh, is that the Fight Club guy?
No. I can see why you would say that now, but that's Edward Norton.
That's his name.
Oh my gosh. He was also in... Oh yeah, yeah. So that's actually what I'm getting at is Fester Gets Married. And I'm trying to remember the actress's name. So she was in... I just need her last name. She's the sister of the male actor. It's like Joan something. He was also in Hot Time Machine. I'm just gonna have to Google it. I know the person's name. It's on the tip of my tongue and I can't remember.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Words, Dragoon.
I feel like such an idiot when I see who it is.
I'm terrible with active names.
Joan Cusack. So it's John Cusack was the actor. So Joan Cusack was in, she was the wife, and she was like a serial. That was the other thing we're really obsessed with in the 90s was like serial killer women, like these black widows. I feel like there was a plot line all the time, but she's basically a crazy person who marries rich men and then kills them and takes all their money. But Fester keeps surviving, so she gets more and more desperate. Yeah, Black Widow. I think she finally just goes crazy at the end. When she tries to kill the whole family, and then electricity works in a very unrealistic fashion to turn the tides on her.
Oh, yeah, I remember that part now. Yeah, that's all coming back. Thanks, I don't have to watch it now. Got so many other things to watch.
Yeah, right. There was yeah. So, yeah, if you don't remember, there was a baby.
Well, the baby, right.
And the baby had a little it was supposed to be a Gomez mustache, but like Gomez pulls the whole thing together with the suit and the personality. That's like, was it like Raul Julia? He's great. But like when you put that little tiny mustache on a baby and that fake like groomed hair on a baby, it looks just kind of like a baby Hitler. So there's like that weird vibe going the whole time. But something happens. She goes to kill the whole Addams family in an electric chair, and then something happens with the baby involving roller skates and questionable physics and all kinds of nonsense for like the wire to get cut and for it to get like the baby grabs it and plugs two wires into each other to make the electricity flow back into her. It was like, this is not how power works, but it's fine. Whatever. Yeah, she was the babysitter to begin with. She showed up under false pretenses to woo Fester. Thank you for assisting with the Cliff Notes, Mother of Chaos. But you remembered a lot of details. When did you last watch this?
The writer.
Yeah, right. Were you one of the script editors, script writer? Or you just have an elephant-like memory? Did you ever see the Street Fighter movie?
I did, but that one also I don't remember too much of.
I haven't seen it, I think, since then either. But since then, I've seen that Soralgia played Balrog as well. Or no, it's not Balrog. What's the guy's name? M. Bison.
Oh, great.
So he played Bison, and he has this, like, he doesn't have the body type or anything for it, but he did really good in that role of like a bad movie. But there's this whole scene where he's talking to, I think it's Chun-Li, and Chun-Li is like really mad, wants to kill him because he like murdered her whole village and her whole family, and she's like out for revenge, and he like doesn't even remember her, and he gives this whole speech. It's like, it's honestly the best part of the movie. It's the only good part of the movie in my opinion. Where he's like, for you it was this like traumatic thing that like changed the whole shape of your life and, you know, formed you as a person. For me, it was just a Tuesday. Like, he does all this stuff so often, and like her complete misery and trauma as a child was like, yeah, like I do this all the time. Like, I can't even remember what village that I, you know, totally eviscerated. He delivers it really well. And like, he acts way better than that movie required. Thanks for the additional commentary, Dirg. You're killing it.
Oh, sorry. I'm falling asleep over here and catching other details in the game instead of commentary. Like, did you notice that the obsidian road is not black? It's just gray.
It's only half built.
So when it's finished, it changes?
Yeah.
Although these ones are individual
those are
tiles.
done. Those are...
Did microline? Microline and obsidian are the same color.
I think it takes on the base color. But yeah, the microcline one is... I don't know.
But how do people do the fancy pixel art in their floors then if...
Maybe they're using...
floor tiles or...
Yeah, they must be using floors instead of roads. Well, Tuesday night for Shia LaBeouf.
Jeez.
Cannibal. I was recently relinked that video and watched that whole thing again. It's so good. Axe murderer, cannibal, Shia LaBeouf. Now I need to watch that again.
It's to yourself.
Oh, so did you watch a whole bunch of College Humor videos when you were when they were a thing?
Not that I can remember.
So before they dissolved, right? I think they sold College Humor off to some other company that pretty much shut it down. I don't know the exact timeline, but I'm pretty sure College Humor is dead. And a bunch of the staff had my whole brain just like rebooted for a second. The staff left and they created a streaming service called Dropout, which I thought was pretty funny. But anyway, they had a show that you can find on YouTube, at least a bunch of episodes of it. It's called Breaking News. And the whole goal is that somebody writes a script for them and they have no idea what's on it. And they have to read off teleprompters as if it was a news show. And they are not allowed to smile or laugh or else they lose a point. So then they have to read these hilarious scripts that are written for them. And whoever laughs the most is the loser. They're phenomenal. So
I've seen that type of thing a lot from different places. There's a Japanese one, a game show kind of, with a group of guys that do that one a lot. I think it's a little weird, but...
Yeah, these are a little more form factor. Like it feels like a news show unless like tentacles could spring out at any time. I don't remember the Siri one. We'll have to look that up. But they also had all of those messages from the CEOs. One of the guys, his name's Brennan. He basically pretends he's the CEO of a bunch of different companies. I think my favorite one is the CEO of Oreo. He basically comes into work and he's like, guys, like they're shooting like a promo for new cookie products.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, guys, we don't have to try all that hard, right? You can all just go home. Like, you don't have to do this, for me. Like, I get it. Like, it's fine. They're like, no, people worked really hard on these. We got to do this. And he's like, if you want, but like, we already made like the best cookie. Like we don't need to advertise. You know what our advertisement is? 3/4 of every cookie aisle store shelf in every supermarket across the world.
That's true.
So then they made him read like all these different like new varietal Oreos, and they're all just like absurd flavors. I'll have to forward it to you. But he has a whole series of them, and they are all great. I will check out that Siri argument one.
Brother's a big fan of getting the fancy flavored Oreos.
Some of them are good, and some of them are straight trash.
I'm too afraid to get them.
I think the worst one I had was, I think it was cherry cola.
Oh.
It was a half and half. So it was a chocolate cookie, and then the cream was half and half. One side of it was regular Oreo cream, and the other side of it was a very tart cherry flavored filling with Pop Rocks in it.
I was going to say Pop Rocks would make that an interesting one. It's kind of cool that they put that in there. But if you say it was pretty gross, then
It
yeah.
it's so I don't like chocolate with fruit. I think the only exception is chocolate covered strawberries, but otherwise, like, chocolate and fruit are too different for me. Like, I don't know, they don't taste good to me together. So when it was like, oh yeah, here's cream and then here's fruit, and like both of those pairings I like, and then put the whole thing in like a weird chocolate cookie, and then have like the other part of it, maybe I passionately hate sprinkles. So the little pop rocks being in there when you're chewing and like catching them and then crunching in your teeth, just was the mouthfeel all wrong.
I can see that.
There were firework ones. What did they taste like? Pop rocks and sulfur?
Flavored Kit Kats are pretty good.
Oh yeah, I missed that message. I had green tea matcha Kit Kats that were pretty good. I did not care for the white chocolate ones.
Chocolate in general is rather a polarizing taste.
Yeah. I think it was just the white chocolate, because like you get to the cookie wafers, I mean, everyone loves cookie wafers. I'm going to quote you from now on into the future as I love weird mouthfeels. There we go.
I don't think we have crossbows built. Just thinking of
probably true.
Practicing.
Got a crap ton of copper bolts though.
Yeah. Unforbidding the ones, distracted from the actual task of building the crossbows to use them.
I mean, they can just wind weapons, up and throw them. Yeah. Yeah, we should probably just crank out like 15 of them.
It's the number I had in my head.
All right, finish this sentence. Great minds.
It's so blank.
What happened?
My brain just shut down.
You could have said any two words, even one word. You could have said one word. Instead, I think I literally heard like your brain seize up and I think some like brief utterances that like
It's been a long week and a half, okay?
There was no actual vocalization. There's oh my god, that was great. And here I was like, all right, I'm going to tee him up. I'm going to let him know that I expect him to finish this sentence because I don't want to just say it and then have all this dead air. Nailed it.
Great minds need coffee.
There you go. That would have been an acceptable answer.
They come to me eventually.
Next time I'll wait longer. I can do that.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you have your handicaps, I have mine.
It's true.
Words, Dirg. Holy crap, did you see how many small animals we... Oh, bees.
Yeah, that's all the bees. I feel like they should be training with that many crossbows around.
Yeah, we did have a bunch of them.
Oh, come on. Who's that dwarf over there no-clipping? Cheater.
You're assigned to schedule-wise. Off-duty.
Oh, well, yeah. Training.
Train or ready? Okay.
Do constant.
Gotta work them up.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta earn vacation time, buddy. This is America. Yeah.
Is that a goblin ghost?
I think so.
Disappeared.
Yeah, it is kind of like ghost stick, you know?
One more time?
That's a ghost shtick.
Oh. Yes.
What? Oh, let me guess. You didn't have any trouble thinking about words then, did you? You had a couple words in mind, I'm sure.
How many words you said?
Apparently not.
You say all the best stuff. I learned all the best words from you.
No, it's Bom Rekavas. God bless you, Mother of Chaos.
Kombemkes. I forget what we were even working on.
I learned all the best words from you. I'm going to start thinking of better made-up words then.
Let's go to the Urban Dictionary. Is there a random button?
Oh, I'm sure there is. I feel like Reddit is a good enough random button. There's people using words that are either real or like colloquial new word amalgamations. But yeah, it's just chaos out there. Gen Z's out here making their own language. God bless them. It's their time to shine. Ubenfrausen. Guess I should probably look up what that is, huh?
It's a lot of plum helmets growing. What else we can grow in winter, though?
That translates to overwives. I'm not sure you get the... I know it's German.
And it's German.
I just don't know what overwives is supposed to mean. I mean, of course, my juvenile adult brain can think of ways to use those words. Should have been like overfull. Okay. Oh, see, you forgot the umlauts. The umlauts make all the difference. Oh, my Google Translate, and I'm only using Google Translate because obviously I don't speak German, says that overfull translates to übervoll, which is one of my favorite things about German, is it all sounds like, it's all hyper literal, and it also sounds like Japanese katakana, where it's just like it's the American pronunciation of a word. It's the English pronunciation of a word, but just like spelled with sound-alikes, which I just find very charming. Like
Okay.
camera is kamura. So like KAMU RA or are the sounds. I don't remember the name of the the names of the kanji are just ka, mu, and ra. And then like coffee is coffee, or kohi. But there's a lot like that. Or like Australia's Australia. Which, if you were seeing it written out like the Romanji, it would be a lot funnier. But it's just like there are so many Japanese words that are very like just literal, phonetically similar words, and German is kind of like that too, where it's like you can see that it's like the root. There's like the same root words being used, and it's super literal. Like I don't have a direct example, but I know like airplane is effectively like flying metal ship. It is fun learning kanji. I need to get back into it. We had a plan to take a trip to Japan at one point that fell through, and I spent a year. Yeah. I spent a year learning Japanese, and I paused on it with every intention to go back. I'm starting to dip my toe back into it again, but I needed a break as it became less vital.
Every once in a while I get a pop-up on my phone telling me to give you a high five for it.
Oh yeah, I think that's when I
nudge you to start again.
Yep. I have a couple of handbooks, like writing books.
Duo.
Yeah. I started with Duo, then I got some more natural language books, like basically learning the form and the function of how Japanese is typically used. So I had a better understanding of like why these words or why this formality. And then I also started watching, honestly, anime. Watching some anime to hear like the way the language sounds when it's being used by a native speaker. Because as far as I know, all Japanese people speak like either a magical girl or a shouting anime villain. So naturally, that felt like the place to go.
Uh-huh.
And I also got a couple of handwriting books that to help learn it. It has how you're supposed to draw the character, and then writing it out multiple times.
That did help a lot for me too.
Yeah. Need to get back into some flashcards or something.
I'll never find ticket prices that low again, though. So it might be a while before I can get out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of us will strike it rich and win the lottery or something, so.
If I win, I would definitely buy you a ticket.
Oh, totally. Allison and I have already talked about what would happen like if one of us won the lottery, and like right up there is like, okay, well, we're going to pay off the house because that makes sense. But then it was like, yeah, we're going to treat, our friends and split all this up so that we all like can do nice things and be happy and not be so like worried and concerned about money.
Not worry about health bills.
Right?
I went to the Minute Clinic like a month ago, assuming that my wife's health insurance would cover it since I'm on that, and they didn't pay for any of it. So I've got an $88, just a 10-minute office visit, basically.
Sure.
It's nuts.
Become Twitch famous. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the goal. I mean, I love playing video games. I'm going to do that anyway. But if people other than Dirg think I'm funny, I just want to share my
Wait,
gift.
I think you're funny?
Sorry, right. As long as I find myself funny and Dirg is willing to suffer through it, that's all that matters.
You do laugh at your own jokes a lot.
I am the funniest person I know.
Yeah.
The biggest problem, I have a hard time not breaking a lot of the time. My brain is constantly running. So there'll be times when like I think of jokes and before I can even like I make jokes that I make myself laugh. Like I surprise myself with dumb stuff all the time. So a lot of times I'll just like start laughing and people are like, "Oh, what's so funny?" And it was like, I can't even explain to you what's so funny because it just like, one, it's probably inappropriate, and two, like we're gonna have to go like 10 minutes back because I'm thinking about something that would have been funny to say then. Like the moment has passed, I assure you.
Well, that raid we did wasn't that bad.
Yeah, there and
no
back.
one died on our side.
Just making friends with the goblins.
Yep. Didn't come back with anything, though.
I mean, just blood on their shirts.
Right. Came back with their lives.
Oh, those are small pits. They only have like less than 100 people.
Yeah, that's why I hit them. I think the one I hit had 30.
Now they have 20.
But still at 30. But
Approximately 30.
Kills.
Yeah, I'm kind of slow in the delivery sometimes too. It depends on the day. Sometimes I can think of stuff right off the rip, and then other days I'm just chuckling to myself about something that would have been great, 40 minutes ago.
Should hit the humans.
Don't hit the humans.
We're at war with them.
Are we?
They hit me last time I played.
Oh, that's right. So we were only trading with the dwarves?
I
thought that last caravan was humans.
Last time you played, yeah. No, those are dwarves.
Okay. Yes, hit them. Don't encourage him.
What's the highest population town?
Oh, less than 10. We can just take it over. This is the dwarven hamlet now.
Quite a few at less than 10.
Yeah, well, now they're going to be even more less than 10.
It's kind of close.
It's only a day's travel.
And these beachfront properties, what? Ooh, 300. 600. $1,000.
Yep, see, right there, that's Astoria. A little bit farther up, that's Seaside. And then these are the newer territories that they're just kind of...
This is Oregon?
Yeah. Don't pull your punches either. That's right. Give the dwarves on their way out a real Ted Lasso talk.
We conquer and occupy with all of our soldiers, they'll all stay.
Well, yeah, we don't want to occupy. We just want to probably raise.
And ongoing tribute? Oh, you want to destroy the tile?
Okay. I thought that's what you wanted to do.
Not always.
You're so confusing. I just keep getting this like, will they, won't they, like energy from you and killing the humans.
I wish I could do tribute and raid at the same time. Like beat them up and then say, you got to keep giving me your stuff every week. or you're going to get this again.
That is the ongoing tribute. Like, you don't just walk in there and they're like, I demand tribute. Like, I think you go in there and you knock over their shit and then demand tribute.
I think it works like the goblins coming in, parlaying with us, looking for an artifact.
Yeah, but we're not threatening to, like, kill them like they are. I think we're just threatening to ruin their shit.
Let's just ruin their stuff.
Okay.
Everybody's going. So when the Bronze Colossus comes and I save and quit.
Ray's lyrical pants.
What was it called? Lyrical wetland?
No, pants. Lyrical pants. You got that music in your pants, Dirg.
It is. The pregnant band.
Sure. Well, yeah, man.
The Kingdom of Crowds.
How do you think you got that pregnant band? The lyrical pants.
Yeah. It's not a very big party.
Oh, LDO skipped the screaming step. Excellent. It's good training, too. Going to reinforce that the screaming is not required for a healthy night's sleep.
Would lyrical pants just be someone with bad gas?
I think there are many interpretations. I think that's a good one. I mean, it's
someone
less
trying to rap out their butt.
It's less lyrical, though. I mean, unless you have a very articulate
it's like talking
sphincter.
while burping.
Right.
I just tried to will my body to do it. It didn't work.
No, it's not like that at all. How much talking do you do from your anus?
It is too late.
Like,
oh, good.
One is passing air through your vocal cords. And then I guess the other one you're proposing is passing air through your rectal cords. Like,
you know how I can burp really loudly on command?
Uh-huh.
I like tried to use that, but push it down.
Sure. And then how would you shape your words using your colon?
Body just knows what to do. Sometimes you gotta let it do it.
The body just knows what to do. Oh my God.
Just wait a couple weeks to the bachelor party. I'm going to learn how to do this for that.
I don't know if I want to be present for that. I'm going to have to come home and explain to my wife how all of us got pink eye. And listen, she's not going to believe that story.
You don't have to get that close to hear it.
If you are screaming from your butt to the whole room, I don't think we can avoid it. We're going to have to wear safety glasses.
It's not going to be like my cat.
I'm dying. Well, don't wake up the baby. Oh my God. The thought of you making, like, I just imagine, like, it'd be like a ventriloquist, but you'd be making it sound like you're trapped in the couch. You're like, oh, there's stuff down here. Oh my God.
Ouch. Oh, I haven't worked that muscle in my abs in a long time.
See, it's that juvenile humor. It really suits us best. I just realized you planted all plump helmets?
Yeah, it's winter. It's either that or dimple cups.
Awesome. Oh,
right?
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, that was good. I did not. I lost it. I had to like lean away and mute the mic for a bit. All right. On that note, I think we've achieved top comedic effort for for tonight. I don't think there'll be any topping that material.
Probably not.
I like that you're a gracious winner. You're like, yeah, that was the best.
I think that was a mutual win.
You heard another 3-letter word? I did say abs with a B. Asbs.
I haven't worked that muscle in there for a long time either.
Well, listen, you're going to need to work that muscle if you're going to start being articulate. Asticulate? I don't know.
What if it comes out in a different language? I'd be bilingual.
Oh my God.
So that's the part of me that learned Latin in high school.
You could start like a one-man barbershop quartet.
Oh, jeez.
You can harmonize with yourself. You can throw your voice, but only behind you. You'd be like, listen, I have this great party trick, but it really depends on my diet. I think there was, what was this? I think it was a French guy. He was a French guy who learned how to like part on command. But then like it just tells you like what entertainment was like then. People would actually go and pay to see these shows where not only would he like fart songs and everything else, but I guess he would like, I don't know the better word for it, inhale and then expel water from it. Like,
oh my.
So you're you're gonna go and see a man on stage, both imbibe and then produce a bottle of water. Like, no, thank you.
Is he rebottling it?
I don't think he was. No, I assume it was like a towel on the floor. Oh my God.
A roll bottle. Oh, that's an ugly bridge. Or road.
Le Pétomane. Joseph Pujol, born in 1857, died in 1945. He was a French flatulist, not the same thing as a flautist. And I'm sure flute players everywhere made sure that you knew that, you know?
I suppose there's a proper term for it.
Well, after what he did with that flute.
Well, not the flautist. The flatulist.
Oh my God. Yeah, you know, we're gonna I think we're gonna close out with just his Wikipedia article, just the last 2 paragraphs of it here.
Uh-huh.
Some of the highlights of his stage act involve sound effects of cannon fire and thunderstorms, as well as playing O Sol Mio and La Marseillaise on an ocarina through a rubber tube in his anus.
Oh my God.
He could also blow out a candle from several yards away. Several yards away? His audience included Edward, Prince of Wales, King Leopold II of the Belgians, and Sigmund Freud. In 1894, the managers of the Moulin Rouge sued him for an impromptu exhibition he gave to aid as a friend struggling with economic difficulties.
Oh, jeez.
He was fined 3,000 francs, and the Moulin Rouge lost their star attraction as the disagreement led him to set up his own traveling show called the Theatre Pompadour. In the following decade, he tried to refine and make his acts gentler. One of his favorite numbers became a rhyme about a farm which he himself composed, in which he punctuated with anal renditions of the animal sounds.
That's almost talking. I think you're right. It is a role model for it. See if it has any textbooks on it.
God, can you imagine this guy's ab muscles? Like, he probably could have stopped a bullet at that point.
That's nuts.
No, that's butts.
Oh, right. Other part.
Listen. Oh, yeah, if it's coming out your nuts, that's, you should see a doctor. Something, the wiring is all messed up down there.
No, nothing. I don't even want to continue that train of thought.
You're walking the razor's edge of
right?
Urinary tract infection, you know? Like, these butts. Oh, I think we've gotten to the point where word association, like anything is funny at this point, right? Like nothing is off the table. Words are funny just for the way they sound. Everyone's slappy. $100%. Woof. All right. I think you're going to need to call it. The siege is not going to show up just in time for you to quit and then hand it off to me. You're going to have
to quit game while these guys are out, though. Doesn't that cause bugs sometimes?
Not that I'm aware of.
It must be a pre-Steam thing then. I seem to remember them getting bugged out and never returning.
I think that can happen if they die, but I mean, it's 10 people.
No, it's 40 people.
Oh, you sent it to that one?
I sent all 4 out.
Oh, no, I meant the town was only like 10 people.
Oh, that, yeah. Yeah, it was less than 10.
Yeah, see? At 4 to 1 odds.
But they could get lost on the way home. All right. I'm not the one playing next type anyway, so... You could defend the fort with nothing.
Right, yeah. Start up like 4 new squads of like high schoolers and a helmet that doesn't fit. Look like they're all wearing their dad's suits. Yeah.
All the helmets went out.
Just heads full of like colanders and buckets.
We are at a good stopping point, though. I think we're done with most of the projects that I had in plan. So.
Oh my god, that was funny.
Tuesday for more barotrauma.
Yeah,
and if you jump games,
I think let's do at least one more session of barotrauma. I think we're in a good midpoint, and I kind of want to see if we can either do a sub upgrade or. As we're getting farther to the right, things are getting more difficult. Maybe we'll just suffer a total failure, but an ending's an ending.
Sure. Sounds fun.
If you guys have opinions, definitely send them along.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone.
And for joining in with all the laughter about butts.
Butt stuff. It's a good thing we're not monetized already.
Right? We are children. Okay. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.